Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to some Black Mesa roleplay with hardly anyone on, so this is gonna be kind of awkward right now, but it's what it is. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get this. Alright. Alright. How are we doing?
We're doing okay. Just trying to figure out who's gonna host the debrief.
The administrator is coming.
Maya's getting on.
The administrator, yeah. The administrator's getting on, so that's fine.
All right.
I'll take it. Either way, it's perfect because I need to give Amari her budget back. She gave me a huge budget for my little buy it back program.
All right.
I was like, wow, that's pretty good. Right. And I need to get rid of the scrap now. There's a box. There's a whole box of scrap upstairs, and I need to get rid of that somehow. Do you think Blue will take it? I think Blue would take that, right? Like a box of scrap metal, good for robotics. Can hang for a bit while I'm asleep. Yeah, that's okay, Xana. Thanks for that. Alright. Be a couple hours. Alright, we're getting set up. So, this is going to be just a chill day of just doing administrative stuff, I guess. Oh. It's the grasshopper. Jesus, don't shit the floor! Fair enough.
Cool.
That's fine. We'll get someone means to fix that. Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
It might still be happening.
Lieutenant Commissioner's here. Perfect. Okay, two. Nice.
Sure.
The deeper has been saved. I need to get clipboard out.
Grasshopper.
Harry, I'm doing good, Zen. How about you? There you go. This is this is like the entire list of all the guns I got. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
We should probably get to the meat room, should we? Is anyone else in there?
I feel like I have to put this on for a more like harder indication. I'm putting this back on.
I didn't see you change.
Hey Tobias.
I'm gonna shoot my creme brulee over my fucking legs.
That's wonderful.
That is not wonderful. It's sticky. It's fucky everywhere.
Yeah,
This is like some fucking the worst possible thing.
probably start getting this set up now.
Oh, yep. I need this.
Okay, that
Hey,
is a
Scalper.
shitty ass vest. Hold on.
I get my
Doing great this week. Has been especially joining the everything's been. I'm glad, Xana. I hope you're enjoying the server.
I should hopefully be getting here soon.
Is this the whole force? I see. Where is Le Cardet?
Book is
There
here.
it is.
Good morning, Buckmaster. This announcement is directed towards the security officers of this forsaken place. Officers, please get to the debrief room for the debrief. The room that this room was made for to begin with. I hope to see you in the incoming 2 minutes. Have a good day.
Hello, good morning. Hey,
What
I
is
was
the
just
meaning
asked
of
to be
this?
Here by David. I'm here to take notes about. Look,
I love real life. Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit here and stay.
Hello, Sweetnut. How you doing?
You're cutting out. Very well.
I wanted mine to be their different character. I need
So
to
what
give
do we
them their
have?
money
We have
back.
one man with a blue boonie, which is very interesting. We have a man who
It's me,
has
Lucky.
every other color on himself than blue. We have a blonde woman, we have a daughter, and then we have an alcoholic and the fucking thing on the back. What a great thing. Is everyone here? 6 people. 2, 4, 5, yes.
No,
and I'm
he means
6th,
this one
of
over there.
course. Great.
I think that's.
Now.
1, 2, 3, 4,
What?
5, 6.
Uh,
Yep, that's us.
You're cutting out very quick. You say something and then at the most important part of the context, blah blah blah.
I'm pretty sure Alexander is a security and he's joining right now.
Alright.
Maybe.
Anyways, as I tried to say earlier before I lagged out, I'm just
Yeah.
here by request, David. I'm taking notes. I also. Another MDL. Sorry. I'm supposed to be here just kind of to take notes,
Just
and
Bunny now.
we're going to be later improving the
Hey, Bunny.
relations between you and security, namely giving you guys permission to yell at my privates because they're fucking stupid.
Interesting decision making.
I hate them.
Hey, Booker, come on, sit up in the front row.
Oh,
way.
No way.
life.
Are you waiting
I
for
suppose.
Alexander to get here, or?
Well, he will get here when he will get here. We will start beforehand. Now, I'm unsure how exactly David was doing these debriefs. If he followed everything from the past, or if he's done something interestingly new in this design of a technical event. But still, I suppose it's gonna be the standard. Like, has anything changed from the previous ways of this being hosted, other than nothing, pretty much?
I
assume
think it
not.
just follows the standard procedure, incident report, then I don't know, promotions,
Yes, very
demotions,
well.
and then that's it.
Perfection. Well, in that case, does anyone wish to read any reports of any importance, or say anything important which has happened in technically the last 3 weeks? Anyone anything interesting, or read it if you wrote a report? I would put it on my screen, but that would take like 20 decades.
Well, I got my gun buyback program. It's fully completed, and I got the list of all the guns here. If you'd like me to read them off.
Fantastic.
Alright.
Well, if you wish to read them off, let's see what the arsenal of Black Mesa was.
I turned all the guns into scrap. Since
No,
there's
I'm aware. I meant in like, what was the arsenal of the common people, common science man of the Black Misery's facility? Well, if you have the list, might as well read it out just to be knowledgeable for the future. What the fuck are our colleagues in coats having in their fucking pants and all the fucking things?
okay. So so day one, we got a M1911. That's the start, and the second person that came by, they gave me 3 MP7s.
Nothing unusual. What else?
Let's see. It's just pretty much just basic guns. Like, someone gave me 15 pipe weapons. I don't know how they exactly work, but I burned it either way. A 5.7, 1 MP5, M9, A1, A3, 2 Glocks, 2 versions of 2 different Glocks, some weird mounted gun, 2 shotguns, another M1911, 2 revolvers, which I didn't know they were. I didn't know we had these back, but yeah. Someone gave me a dynamite stick. So I contained. So
Interesting.
yeah, so I got help from another security guy who helped contain it in a proper place. 2 muskets, a giant missile launcher like the ones you see in helicopters.
Hold on a second. So we went. Okay, I want to just to note. Perhaps you shouldn't have paid for the 15 pipes. I'm pretty sure I have heard someone from the Orange Fox be very angry about the fact that somebody took apart like 2 showering sections of like decontamination unit in some lab. Perhaps they sold them to you. How much did you pay for the 15 pipes?
200 each, so 3,000.
So the pipe that costs about $10 in any American store, you paid them 200. No wonder they fucking took apart those 2 showering units. It makes a lot of sense now. I would have done the same. Whatever. Now, have you scrapped the muskets as well? Is the question.
Yes, everything has been scrapped.
Unfortunately, we should have sold them to the museum. Perhaps you should have asked someone to think, hey, I have 2 muskets from somewhere, maybe from the Civil War, maybe from someone else. Sell them to the museum for a better profit of our force. Get money into it, as we are running out of money. Very much, to a degree. Well, now, before you continue, what do you mean by a rocket launcher?
So they describe it as a missile launcher, like the type you see in like a helicopter attached to a helicopter, where they shoot just a billion rockets at a surface. It's like cylinder.
You mean the rocket pod?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did it have any rockets?
No, it was empty. But I'm taking the risk for that.
I'm afraid you were sold. You were given an empty barrel with random mess in it, which looked like a rocket pod, but very well. Who sold you this mess? Just for future reference.
One of the technicians, Milo, and let me find the other one. I think Sylvia Reed, the office worker. They both gave it to me.
I believe so, yeah.
I thought it was one of the Marines, which would make the most sense, but you're telling me an office worker and another worker of maintenance have a supposed rocket pod. What an interesting thing to know. Since we have the Lieutenant Colonel behind me, could I ask you, by any chance, have you lost any rocket pods from the fucking Apaches or anything, whatever the fuck you're flying?
We do not have any prototypes for handheld rocket pods. This is deeply concerning to me.
He was talking about a literal rocket pod from a helicopter, not a handheld one. A literal one.
Oh, so, like, genuinely someone, like, detached a rocket pod from a helicopter. Like, it's not a handheld prototype. It's not something you eggheads down here made. It's just...
Just a rocket pod, maybe for Hydras. I'm not gonna ask you for any measurements, it's already scrapped anyway.
We don't keep helicopters on here, or any aircraft that have rocket pods. I will ask the boys over at some of the other facilities, but...
To my knowledge, the maintenance does do some minimal thing. Maybe one of your helicopters was swept without enough supervision. Somebody thought it would be funny to just take a barrel without the rockets itself. Well, shit. That's an issue for the later. Anyway, have anything else interesting in that list?
Nothing much. It's just like this is the last part of the list. Actually, wait, maybe this one is. So got a really old breech loader from like 1800s, and one RPG,
Well,
a P90, a G3
okay.
SG1, like those semi-automatic snipers, and another pistol, and that pretty much concludes it.
Very well. Very interesting selection of our weapons. The only thing we have learned is that the personnel of this fucking facility have weapons from a fucking far, far future somehow. I mean, the past. Well, shit. Well, it's gonna be good for the future to know that sometimes you open a door and there's gonna be a scientist with a musket aiming at you, and you should hope to God it's gonna explode in his hands instead of explode all over you. That's... Never mind. Ignore what I just said. I realize how it sounded. It was meant for the musket. Either way, does anyone else have any interesting incident reports or anything?
I mean, I have one, but it's more of just like common issues with, you know, the Horizon organization.
Whatever about the Horizon. One day we're gonna fucking fix that vent in Lambda so it doesn't go into the funny spinny thing by, I don't know. Put spikes there, like in Vietnam. That's gonna surely fix that.
Yeah, we need to turn on the coolant a bit more to make sure to flush them out.
We could just put a grate there and that fixes
If I
everything,
may.
just so I can rewind.
How long was the mute that long?
Might I have an addendum? Sorry, might I
sure.
have an addendum to the coolant thing? There have been like reports of bodies popping up in the coolant tanks, and
I'm aware.
unfortunately, one of those bodies is of a health inspector, or a health inspector's
Well-
assistant, more likely.
Well, let's hope that assistant was very not much love, then somebody needed to get rid of him from the inspector's class. Not hopefully none of us did it. Maybe the inspector did it himself by drowning that fucker in the thing. Very well. Anyway, I heard someone ask for permission to speak behind me, and I assume that's gonna be the only one-man woman or something. Yes, what was it?
Yeah, so about the whole Horizon thing, I have a few engineers working on this, and we found out exactly what kind of override key they're using. Essentially, it's not even like actually granting access to the scanner, it's just flat out disconnecting it from the database. So, sometime in the future, we'll be updating all of the scanners so that if that happens, instead of defaulting to opening, huge fucking security risk, we're just gonna have it trigger an alarm, and it'll automatically call you boys over to the scanner whenever someone breaches it. And hopefully that'll
Perhaps it
help
should,
keep the facility safe.
in my opinion, should be instead of open, it should be closed. Because if that's gonna cause alarms, the whole facility is gonna be screaming alarms. Because this facility breaks down more constantly than anything else anywhere else. More than a
Yeah,
Toyota Prius, if that's a car even.
Tell that to anyone. The fact that during emergencies, all of our scanners open instead of staying locked down. Just don't tell that to anyone at all, for any reason, no matter their clearance. Don't even fucking tell the administrator.
I know.
I'm pretty sure the administrator knows, the whole management knows, I'm pretty sure the maintenance people know, because they work on those fucking doors all the time, so I wouldn't be surprised if everyone
Really,
nowadays knows that fact.
Don't. Seeing as, this is an issue we could have found out, like, months ago. But we haven't.
To my knowledge, the issue with these doors is of a very long time. Maybe even a decade at this point. So it's nothing unusual. Yes.
I mean, the better
What can
question
be
is,
said?
like that door over there, you have Athena, why not just give her full facility-wide access? I mean, at this point, what has she done?
It is not me, that is not to me, as that to management, the people above everyone. What am I supposed to do? It's a question of ethics. They have to ask with lawyers, legal department, maybe even HR, whatever the fuck they do there. It's not of mine or Mr. Commissioner's bloody thing to make such a decision about this specific. It's more of a question of legal. It's more of a legal question and more of ethics, more than my opinion.
Right. Well, whatever, I'll
Look.
be reporting that.
it's yeah. Life.
Low.
Simply said, that question is not to me, it's to the management and then to legal department. I'm not a lawyer. Thankfully I'm not a lawyer, otherwise I would have shot myself if I was a lawyer of this fucking facility. Either way.
Fucking man.
Whatever. Anyway, does anyone else have any other reports? Unfortunately, we have like, what, 6 guards here. Everyone else is either drunk, gone, or fucking running around doing whatever God knows what in the fucking sands of New Mexico.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ignore the
Unfortunate.
man in the last bench with an alcoholic drink. I'm gonna ignore that for the next 2 minutes. If I don't see that drink disappear out of your hands, I'm gonna drink it myself and then fucking do something about you. Now, does anyone else have anything interesting to say? Anything of importance? Anything of any kind that should be known, should be heard?
Well, something considerably minor, in my opinion, is that I ran Dalton through training
Oh,
exercise, each teaching a new recruit.
It was more of a learning experience. Yes.
Yeah, learning experience. That's the word.
Fantastic. Congratulations for learning how to do your job, which is very surprising. Very
Well,
bad
it's just that
you
it was
do
kind of
slay.
concerning that none of the CEOs have taken up to teach Dalton how to actually
Yeah.
train.
Oh
They
right,
just
that's
told
a
me
great.
these.
My
That's
roles.
a great point. People promote. Somebody promotes someone from a normal guard to an NCO, and nobody even gives him the ropes of the job. That's an actual good point.
They only told me it's just like, oh, you're gonna command people and you gotta like take charge. They didn't like go through me step by step about everything. I had to freaking self-learn.
That
then
is
I
very
had to teach.
unfortunate. I kinda didn't realize that nobody thought about, hey man, you know, let's ignore the fact of what just was said, that the NCO was promoted with an application. I don't understand why or how this happened. In reality, any NCO should be applied through an application, which is not even made, which is very surprising. That everyone... The whole thing that happened with the current NCO is everyone forgot about everything. They just got promoted to from the SSOs, which I suppose for the time being is alright, but in the future should be fixed. Most likely has to be fixed immediately, because it's supposed to be application based, but there's nowhere to put the application, and nobody even made the application in the first place. And then the commissioner himself promoted people to NCOs. Yeah, this is a very interesting question.
That's actually,
now
I'm
that
actually guilty. That's actually me.
the simple comment made realize that this is an issue which will be fixed. Well, if he hears it, fantastic. Let him hear it. It's more of like that everyone forgot about it. Including
Larry
me.
never
I just
applied
didn't
for
think of it. I
CO,
said, oh,
NCO,
cool.
he
we have
just got
we have
promoted
a
to it.
corporal now. We have a sergeant. Without thinking, wait. Based on this should be through an application. Wait, there is no application. Wait, there is this. You get the point. Everyone forgot about everything. Such, well, such a step. What an interesting description. Cat femboy thingy. Very well. I'm gonna not look deeper into that for many reasons. Anyway, does anyone else have to say... Does anyone want to say anything else of importance? As you could see, a simple small comment by Dalton has reminded me of a very important thing that I and everyone else unfortunately forgot about. Anyone else has any minor notes of any kind?
I don't think so.
No? Well, fantastic. I was supposed to make some announcements or something along those lines. The good thing is that I don't remember what I was supposed to announce, or nobody wrote what is supposed to be announced. The only thing I can say from the working theory of current things done is the containment guidelines are being written. The proper ways and exact, to a degree, definitions of how this subject should be handled, because as it is clear from the recent weeks, half of the people have no idea what the test subject should do and where they should be, and includes scientists and many guards and everyone else, including myself. because it very much depends on many things. So they are being written. When will they be finished? That's a great question. Yes? What is it? You can speak, yes. Thank you, yes, whoever wrote me PM. I will surely do that. No. Based on the latest amendments by management, half of the things which I've written are now a contradiction to the thing, which means, based on many things, to make it simple, everything's gonna be written in much more detail and in proper terminology. Simply said, all test subjects are only allowed in Sector C and Sector E and the biodomes. Those without a card are supposed to be at all times, unless experimented on, are supposed to be in proper containment in a proper holding cell. Those with the cards are allowed to a degree to roam freely in those said sectors. But even then, they should be supervised to the best of degree. They should never, under any circumstances, enter any of the high-traffic sectors, which is pretty much any other sector than those named. If they are seen in Sector F, they are to be immediately rushed to biodomes without any questioning. If you know their handler, you should find him and maybe hit him over his head with a baton, for many reasons, which will be written. Anyway, what is it, Dalton?
Other than bioworkers, researchers, and security, no other faction should be able to like move subjects around. Because what I saw
Yes.
like about yesterday, frickin' Okev started moving one of the subjects out into Sector C, looked back at me, and lied about it over the
Look,
comms.
let's ignore that tin can, which not only lied to you, lied to many things, modified the camera footage, and then caused the direct death of that test subject, which I had to put down to the top side by the tunnel. Let's ignore that fact, because a tin can is going to be most likely scrapped by the end of the week. Maybe. I don't know about that. We will see about that. Management will have to be contacted about that. Yes, what is it? It's not that we let the alien get there. It's more of an issue of some tin can with supposed intelligence did so, lied to everyone around it, and then we get there by guessing. So yeah, I mean it couldn't get through because thankfully the door was not blocked, it was more like broken because somebody licked the button too much or something. I don't know what happened to the button, it was sparking all over. But well, it was put down as is. Which is a reminder. If a test subject of any kind even steps into the parking lot or gets to topside, including the dormitories, you're allowed and should shoot them on sight to prevent any additional leakage of information or even their existence. They step into the parking lot, you have my full permission and the permission by the regulations to gun them all down without any questioning. If a scientist proceeds to try to stop you from doing so, you push him aside and you gun down that fucker before he decides to take a run for it. And then the whole world learns that we are doing something which no man could think of. Yes, what is it?
I just wanted to add on that if they do reach topside, be careful because we're going to fire upon them with 50 caliber cannon.
Huh.
Fantastic, what a great news. Just make sure to aim at
Please
once.
run simple.
Now. Now, what else? We talked about the containment, we talked about them running topside, we
Hey,
talked
Dub.
about the tin can, blah blah blah. What else is there to talk about?
AI riddle, my god. Hey, little dumb.
The courses
You s-
are being made.
I thought
to a
it
degree,
should be
I
a bit longer.
suppose. Even though the more and more it's being written, the more it's realized that the such certification courses, to a degree, are kind of not pointed, but they are very hard to make as the time zones are
We're in a
thing.
meeting.
And they're pretty much based out of my own mind, and that means I would have to do everything and teach everyone, some specific people, everything so they could teach everyone else. Which, it's not hard, it's more of a time-consuming thing and pretty bad, because I don't have much time. And then neither does everyone else.
Thanks for
and the
the feed,
time zones
Dragon.
are a very bad
Do you guys have a
thing.
great stream?
So we will see about the certification courses, but well,
I did hydrate for your gear, fuck
either
you.
they will be simplified to being an actual course that you get teaching and there's going to be a lot of courses, or it's going to stay like it is currently, which is going to be one course with maybe 4 phases, which you can do at any time. We will see about that, maybe even voted about, because it's a very good question what even should be teaching to the common guard, or even given option as. Because half of those things should be known on the common basis, but that is unlikely and very debatable because of current regulations. Either way, that was the courses. Does anyone have any questions about anything I currently said?
We're talking about procedures and stuff.
Based on the head shaking, I suppose you're either having a stroke or you saying no. I will assume the second. Now, what do we have? We have the technically this was not announced, but you know, the infractions are a thing. To my knowledge, everyone, or most of you, know what an infraction is. Imagine a reprimand, but infraction is much lesser degree of the reprimand, and it's not that bad or very important. It's more like for common idiocracy. Yes, what is it?
Still, I have yet to gather information about things, but during a time where there was a giant serpent on the surface, which apparently broke out somehow,
Okay.
the commissioner had a HEV. I'm not
Okay.
sure if he, if he had access from Dr. Smith or not, but I'm still trying
No
to
idea.
find out.
I will have to talk about the commissioner for one thing, because in my personal opinion, his red HEV suit is under very big questioning. As to my personal opinion, and I think most of you will share the opinion, since we are the Black Mesa security guards, we should keep most of our colors to be blue, purple, or any kind of blue and purplish. I'm not gonna
We do
point to
purple?
the man in the audience which has a white shirt and yellow pants and an orange helmet. I'm not gonna point to that right now. He stood up, we pointed to himself. It's as is written.
Damn, the guy was slaying flawless
Well,
awoken. Oh shit!
The rules regarding your uniforms are still standing. They should be blue or purple. That is that. Number two, as you see, you have proper vests and so on and so on. What I wanted to talk about the HEV suits, in my personal opinion, security using them is, well, I suppose, if since that's a thing, it's fine as is. The only thing that should stay as is the color scheme regarding the HEV suit. If security is gonna use them, those who are certified, of course, they should be only blue. Commissioner has a red one, which, you get the point, it's kinda very out of the thing of regulation to a degree. Yes, what is it?
It is also required that I believe that the security team must ask about survey team if they are allowed to, wear them at a certain occasion.
That's true.
Mainly in a
To
time
my
of crisis.
knowledge, even though the more I learn about the current ways the things are done, the more I question the point. As you all know, survey team members are armed. I didn't understand the point during the reasoning of why would security go to Zen or the border world. Hopefully all of you are high enough clearance. Well, either way you know now. Why would they go with weapons to Zen with the survey, which both are armed? I don't understand that, and I will ask about it, because I don't see the logic, as survey are more knowledgeable about the bloody place. They are there all the time, they are armed, they know their weapons, they know what the fuck they're doing. Why is security required there at some points? Because of heavy weaponry? Debatable, I guess. Give me a second. To my knowledge, it was more of for emergencies on this forsaken Earth. Very big emergencies, to the point where the facility is at the point of breaking. Yes, what is it?
As far as I was told about the HEV thing, it's just so that the security team doesn't have to fucking call for the CBRN response teams of the HEC every time there's a chemical leak.
To my knowledge, we have access to biohazards somewhere. They are in a storage. Or we could also always ask the biodome fuckers. They have the hazmat suits, then they know how to handle stuff with them. And leakage. If it's leakage of containment, then I assume biodome would handle it, and we would just stand further away. I mean, we have gas masks. Should be enough to a degree. Of course, depends on the spillage, but whatever. I mean, it makes sense, but to my understanding, the HEV suits should be more used for the highest of emergencies, or when they're hazardousness is actually required for the hazardous situations. Whatever. Either way. Well, how did we get to the HUE suits again? That's a great question. I already forgot. No matter. Right, through infractions. And the Dalton's question, yes. Next thing is, as infractions got introduced, there's another thing introduced in that, not site, but in that regard. It's not a bad thing, it's called commendation. It's not an award or a medal, it's more of a very positive thing. It will be tracked in the same way as infraction, and if you get a commendation for doing something actually above the common required service in your job, then you will be commended. Which in the future will make you be in a much brighter light in regards to perhaps promotions or some positions, which will be a thing in the future, depending. So yeah.
Oh, man.
Now, commendations will have to be added into the system, which will be done later today, maybe tomorrow. I do not know when. But so far, nobody has gotten a commendation because nothing much has happened, really, or nobody saw the thing happen, unfortunately. Yes, that was the commendation. Then we have what? Technically, the medals and awards. Technically, they're almost finished. There's only some requirements left. Afterwards, it's going to be just checking the requirements for most of the things. Maybe
What's with this
some
wood, Katsumi?
awards will be given, finally, after 20 decades of waiting, will be given on the next debrief in the 2 weeks. Maybe, hopefully. We will see about that. That will have to be clarified. Either way, I assume enough of blabbering, as all of you are shaking your heads like you're going crazy from the boredom. So, does anyone have any questions about anything in any regard? Of anything? No, you're not having a stroke, you're shaking your head. Yes, what is it? Oh, right, you asked something, wanted to ask. I didn't know who Grace Holder is. No idea where you are or sitting, but speak up. The woman with the hat. Woman with the hat? There is a woman with the hat. Oh, there you are. Very well.
Okay.
Well, what is it? Ah, yes, that thing. In the incoming week, very likely, someone somewhere is gonna sit down and type out a simple paper in regards to weapon usage, of when and who is allowed to use firearms, and everything in this regard. Which means, very likely, security will be limited in the usage of their firearms. Now, to what degree? Simply said, most of you will have to start carrying sidearms, because there is no reason for anyone to walk around with a P90 or a fucking assault rifle when there's nothing happening in the facility. And which also causes the other morons in the lab coats to carry around shotguns, even though they're not supposed to have them, or they're not supposed to use them on this Forsaken Earth, and only on the other place, beyond the known. So yes. If you
excuse me. Oh.
Give me a
Sorry.
second. If you see any of such scientists walking around with shotguns for no reason, please warn them and tell them to simply hide it and unequip it from their arms. If they refuse or even try to harm you, you know what to do as your guards. Now, what is it? What did you want to say?
I was going to say that outright they should not be just walking around with those out of character in their inventory, in character, holstered over their shoulder. They should keep those in they should keep those in they should keep those in those lockers they have down in the survey team.
Yes.
They
But
shouldn't just
unfortunately-
have them with them. So if I just see
Yes.
a fucking scientist walking around with a shotgun on their back, I'm gonna tell them, hey, this is your only warning, go put that in the survey locker, I'm gonna take it from you.
Well, yes, unfortunately, they're always gonna point and say, there is nothing saying against that. I cannot do that. There is nothing written black on white. There is nothing. And that's a defense which will hold in the court of law, which means you have to warn them and then just get them on the principle of they didn't listen to me based on what I said. So yeah.
Alright, well, that's something that needs to be written black
That
on
will
white
be
then, if
written.
that's the case.
It will be written in a document at some point in the close future. But that will also affect everyone in the security because, as I said, it makes no sense for some people and forces to go around with shotguns, just shotguns all and open when facility is in complete order and nothing is happening.
I do believe there is an extent into when that would be, but I'll have to talk to you about it later. I'll just give, i.e., high security and/or areas of high risk, i.e., Lambda Core, Sector E. I would feel safe carrying a shotgun. I feel like, but
that
yeah,
all
outside
will have
of that,
to be
then,
specified. The main idea currently is
this is something that we'd have to talk a bit more about. But yeah,
I mean, it's in the database currently. If anyone wishes to see what the current point is, of course, not right now. The database, if you go to the work in progress folder, if you go all the way to the right, there is a work in progress cover threat system, which is in more detail related to weapon usage, which means if it's green, go around mostly with sidearms, and even then you should use them in very specific cases. If it's in black, the cover is black because facility is on fucking fire and everything is going to shit, you can use anything under your jurisdiction, anything you know, to do something about it. Just, you can read it a little later. I'm not going to go into specifics because half of that is going to be written over or more specified because so on. And now, thanks to, what is your name again? Thanks to Lieutenant here, Lieutenant Adamski, he has brought a good point. Maybe the weapon usage should be also dependent on the sector. For example, in Sector E, perhaps you should have some kind of a very fast-firing automatic weapon in your hands.
Something for controlling big animals and/or giant lizard robots.
True. Perhaps, yes, but not at all times, only when there is something transported. Oh, that's too much in detail. That would take another 2 hours talking about it. Thank you for noting.
Yes. That's a good thing. Same thing with Lambda Core as well, because of the
Lambda
whole
Core is
breaches
it's
shit.
just a portal.
Yes, but half the shit goes down there. I don't trust that equipment, but that's my own personal thing, and I'll have to elaborate on that later. Anyway.
Distrust in equipment doesn't mean distrust in the facility. Which I would trust the maintenance personnel to a degree. Not just Zeta. He and his fucking ladders. Never fucking again. Anyway, does anyone else have any other questions about anything? No. Fantastic. Now, to my knowledge and my memory, the next part of this mess or debrief is supposed to be promotions. Now, is there anyone in the audience or behind me, minus the Lieutenant Kono, of course, for obvious reasons, who would like to nominate anyone for promotion? Well, yes. What is it?
I
gonna
would
say
like
Stubber.
to recommend Stubber for
Yeah.
promotion. Every time I see him and he is on his duty, he has been reliable and has been able to respond to calls a lot more often. Now he's a lot more reliable and I can trust on him when, push comes to shove.
Tauber. Well, I will have to check. Just give me a little bit. I'm aware of the Fight Club, but at the same time, he got his infraction.
I don't even know the whole fucking story of it. I just know that it's like, it isn't going to be happening again. It just...
Look, that's
my official status on it. I have very limited...
Well...
Fuck
He got his infraction for it, he did. It was unprofessional conduct. Technically, there's no assault charges or anything of this sort because it was.
Thankfully, it was a consensual fight. But
yes, he has learned from his mistakes. He's a changed man, even though he's a fucking alcoholic based on his looks. Either way, give me a second. I have to check. So, what was this? Jure Stauber. Bernie Stauber. Let me check. Give me a minute or two.
Today's gonna be just like mostly just chilling, talking. I don't plan on doing much guard stuff because of movie night. And I hope nothing kicks off because there's so many guards. Everyone would be terrified if they tried to do something with the presence like 8 guards. Now we're chilling, waiting. Okay, because I do have some little RP I gotta do with like one of these scientists here. And it will be Maya too, but she's the wrong character.
Well, based on everything I've seen, and based on the logs and the database, which I hope is accurate, as some people unfortunately do not change the dates as they should, which is mostly me and David sometimes, you seem to be eligible for a promotion, thankfully. Yes, I see the note. Before we continue, I will just finish this thing. Now, please, for the people in the audience, to do the common thing of voting, if that was done. As this is a thing. So please PM me the bloody things, you know, the numbers. Thankfully, all of you know how to fucking count, unlike many others before. What about you, Mr. Adamski? What will you do? What will you vote? Who will you vote? How will you vote? How will you decide the fate of this man? Interesting statements. Very well. Based on the common votes, congratulations, Mr. Bernie Stauber. You have been promoted. Come on the stage. Come on. Let's just do note that in the future, please make sure you have something of blue on you, on your uniform. As, you know, that is a kind of requirement.
Does the name tag not count?
Well,
You
if I
to
go
be the shirt.
200
From a
meters
distance,
outside,
you look like a guy wearing a black vest. Like an office worker with a black vest on, not a security
that's kind of
officer.
the issue. Yeah, that is kind of the issue. For the time being, for now, it's gonna be ignored. But please, as soon as you
think a
can,
two-pack.
wear blue pants or blue shirt or something blue. Maybe even blue helmets.
Both
I think
blue,
they make
just
them.
both blue. I'd stick
I'll see
to
what
what
I can
everyone
do.
else is
Okay.
wearing.
Yes, yes. Congratulations. I'm just gonna... Please stand up for a second. I need to take a screenshot so I don't forget the thing in the first place.
Do you
Fantastic.
want me to?
Yes, you can sit down. Very well. Anyone else? Any other promotions? Recommendations? Other than Monsieur Dalton? Yes, Mr. Stauber? What would it be? Who
I'd
would it
like
be?
to recommend Sergeant Dalton for promotion, as he has been more active than any other security personnel I've seen on site. Always responding on every
He's
single
really active,
call,
actually.
doing whatever he can just to support this facility.
But he overtakes me! I've been higher ranked than him and he overtakes
I
me!
will have to look into that. Give me a moment.
I know what you are.
So do I. Thank you. I remember what I am.
I can't believe it. Dalton has always been lower than me, and then he's a sergeant, and now he's going to overtake me. Oh no! I think it's going to happen eventually, because I'm active like once a week or so. That's fair. Okay, we're just chilling right now. Okay, I'm just making sure that blue is still here, so I can maybe give him my little medal. Is Bunny still here? Okay. I don't see Bunny's green, unless he's actually wearing black. No, he's wearing his... Why is it not working? Let me try again.
Hey,
I think I'm too far.
so I kind of did this. Do
I have
just for,
looked
like,
into the everything. Yes.
Yeah, I was only really supposed to be here for the first half of the debrief. I don't need to go.
You can leave.
Yeah, take your laptop of a brick of a laptop. Very well. Now,
Stretch. Okay.
the cooldown for Mr. Dalton is passed, so he can be promoted by technicality. Which, if we ignore the infraction, there is nothing stopping. On the other hand, there is a question of not competence, but more a question of what is it? How to say this? Not obedience, no.
Professionalism.
More of listening to orders based on what I'm seeing from most of people, which could be an issue and is kind of an issue.
Me and Dalton work well together, so at least
Now,
Larry and Dalton work
I
well
will do
together.
the simple thing, and I'm gonna ask you
So,
all to vote in
easily yes for
regards
me.
to Dalton being promoted.
I'm just not around to like make recommendations.
Dalton, you cannot vote for yourself.
Sorry.
Very well. Now, I do have to tell you, Mr. Dalton, that perhaps in the incoming future you should think about more listening to people commanding if the orders make sense and are not in direct opposition to the common regulation of this Forsaken facility. As I have to do note that some people, some staff of some higher staff than me and others have issue with you and your kind of, I'm gonna say this, disobedience in many regards. And the fight cop incident, but that's solved. So, yes, you're getting promoted, but do note to not cause trouble and to think about doing and what you're saying. As people seem to have an issue with that. More like you seem like to have an issue with that. Now, get up here. Based on everyone else at the same time, though, you seemed to get better in that regard, so perhaps so. Yes. Before you sit, please stand still so I can take a... Fantastic, you can sit down. Now, anyone else? You can vote and, recommend for those even who are not present in this Forsaken debrief right now. Yes, Mr. Dalton?
That's gonna be me. I don't know whether to be
Due
me.
to their behavior being a complete 180 and
Oh,
being
okay,
able
not
to
me.
be like very reliable, being able to answer calls, and being able to, be
Bunny?
very independent, I would like to recommend Booker.
Oh, Booker. Yeah, oh, Booker. Yeah, he's finally.
From what I saw from his behavior, he has been a lot more reliable ever since his scoldings, and I believe he is worthy of becoming an officer status.
I've never seen that woman in my life, to be honest, so I have no idea what that
This
is.
old man.
I haven't seen Holda.
Yeah, totally.
What was the name of the woman?
Grace Holder?
No, Gerson Booker.
No, but the man is good.
That's who I
Gerson
voted
Booker.
for. Oh, yeah, but Grace Holder.
Wait, so you recommended two people, is that so?
No, I recommended Booker.
Okay, Booker. Where is Booker? Who is Booker?
The alcoholic old man.
Alcoholic, I see. Now, I'm gonna look into my secret logs of very public accessible information. I will be right back.
Probably wasn't very accessible information.
Booker, yes.
I hope you guys enjoying the freaking meeting RP, because this is gonna be me just pretty much doing this all day, just doing some meetings. That's fun. that. So I guess I'm missing my thing while we're doing this. Pre-meeting, then meeting, then meeting, then pre-meeting, then more meeting. No, there. Yeah, I guess I do have some stuff to give to one of these scientists here who are willing to take some scrap. Which is mostly blue, even though I scrapped one. That's I gave his gun away.
Now, I'm gonna ask a simple question. Have you changed your name from Francis, by any chance? Or is that a different Booker? So that's a different Booker, okay. Give me a second. We don't even have you in the database. What a lovely realization. Very well. Since there is no log of you even existing, and there is nobody ever has mentioned your name about in a bad manner, I would presume that there is no issue with you, other than what Mr. Dalton has mentioned in regard to you being moron in the or was that him or was that someone else that did 180?
What?
Booker did a
Dalton,
180. He got some scoldings from some of the staff and some security, but his act has turned around.
As I do not know this person, and this person supposedly does not exist anywhere in the security force, I will take
the
your
only
word
thing I
for
know
it.
about Booker is that he occasionally mans the entrance 1 checkpoint. That's all I know.
Fantastic! He's doing his
That's
job
all I
and
know
doing
about this guy's
180.
existence.
Fantastic! Congratulations!
What can you say?
What I've seen from his
Vote for
performance, he's
Mr.
getting
Booker.
better.
Vote for Mr. Booker, the man who doesn't
I don't know
exist
if we
and he's
should.
doing a
I don't
job.
know if we should. I don't know if we should promote someone who isn't in the database. I'm just saying.
That's more of a mistake of whoever is editing the database, and there's one man either forgets to edit
I thought you
it.
were talking about the actual like security Discord. Oh, okay, never mind. Anyway,
Well, I don't even
out of
know if he's
character, I
in the
thought it was a-
Discord. I have no idea.
Come on.
well, not the security Discord, but he doesn't have the. Okay, I thought you were checking that. Never mind.
Even
No,
if he
he's in
doesn't
the
have the
security
role, that's more of
Discord.
an issue of the staff, because I would have given the roles, but I don't have the access, and that's
Yeah, no,
another
I was
issue.
like, wait, what the fuck? No, because. What-
Question:
what-
Do you have?
Why is it
Do you
raining?
have the role? Do you have the role in the fucking Discord? Do you see the thing?
Okay, whoever the fuck is
Alright,
editing the database
fantastic.
needs to put him in there. Okay, if that's the case.
Well, the main issue is I am mostly working on the database in regards to writing stuff. I am never filling the info in. That's mostly what David does. And even then, when he does
raining.
it, the fucking lines get moved in such a... He doesn't move the lines fully sometimes, so that's a question. What do you mean they put a different person as you? Where? When? Oh my god.
Who's not supposed to be in then?
Let me search for Gerson Booker.
Why isn't he in there?
That's wild. I should check myself. Let's see.
I don't know who's noting down the stuff in the database.
Good
But they
heavens.
didn't put him in there.
I am so close to just saying fuck it and making a security Discord myself, because there is no way to keep check and in any way, shape or form keep anything in any orderly format when half of the things I cannot even do. And then half of the people have their different names in Discord, which means it's even more confusing to keep things in order. Very well. Can you... Well, give me a second. Can you elaborate in which exact thing they put a different person and name? Or can you say anything about that? Oh, you mean training? Well, whatever. I thought you were supposed to be promoted already once, but whatever, that's a different... That is...
Yeah.
Whatever, misunderstanding.
We're suffering severe growing pains.
It's not growing pains, it's more like who did a 911. I believe the pipe is broken. Am I a fucking repairman? Do I have pipes up my ass? No, I fucking don't. Anyway, alright, Mr. Let's vote for... Or did we already vote?
We haven't voted.
We
yet.
will... Alright, please vote for Garrison Booker, who's gonna be who's gonna be existing in a database shortly after this debrief concludes.
Okay.
In regards to you, Mr. Booker, I'm gonna take the word of Sergeant, or well, Senior Sergeant Dalton here in regard that you have actually changed to someone capable, even though you were not before apparently, and, well, hopefully you're gonna be doing this job as you were in the current format. I'm also gonna hope you're gonna not drink on that job as much as you do. Because if I see, or anyone else sees you with a bottle one more time, I'm pretty sure that's gonna cause another additional issues, and then you're gonna have actual problems. So please, lay off the drinks, at least in public.
Oh, man.
If you wish, you can lock yourself in a dorm and drink yourself to death, but not in public. I do not care about that. Nobody cares. Very well. Based on the voting, I'm gonna fucking ignore everything I'm reading in OOC for the time being. Oh, good heavens. Mr. Booker, get on this fucking stage.
Sir?
Yeah, need to get a shot of everyone here. Yeah, kind of like, yeah, this still works.
Very well. Please, stand up for... wait, you're sitting, I can take it. Oh, give me... Very well. Now, before we continue, I'm just gonna make one note. For this debrief, I'm gonna ignore the fact that someone recommended someone, that someone got promoted, and that someone who got promoted recommended the person who recommended him. For the time being, I'm gonna ignore that fact, as I do not know how much close you are, or if there's any other plans in this regard, or if this was just an accident, or just you decided to do so because they actually deserved so. But please, in the future, try not to promote those who recommended you, unless you have an actual good reason, because if that happens once, okay. If it happens second time, okay. If it happens a third time, which if it does happen, you might be investigated for possible, let's say, nepotism or other such thing. For the time being, this would happen to them. I'm gonna let it slide, just in case. Not just in case, I'm just gonna let that slide. Perhaps it was actually truthful and reasonable, and not because you're either friends or anything of such regard. Because if that is the case, you're gonna have big issues. Just saying that forward. Hopefully that is not gonna be the case, or that is not the case. Now, perhaps, I hope so. Now, anyone else wishes to recommend anyone for promotion before we move on? Anyone else other than Dalton, unless he has an actual good recommendation, additional recommendation. Yes, Mr. Stauber?
I'd like to recommend William Bunny. Same sort of like cliche reasons. He's been pretty active on the calls. Seen him pretty much patrolling every sector. God, just really competent and reliable.
It's gonna Dalton, don't promote
Give me
me.
a second, Dalton.
It's gonna be Grace.
Is that another recommendation, or is that towards William Bunny?
It was an addendum.
Okay.
Bunny is
Well, go ahead.
is a very good listener, very loyal to the security team.
Yes, I have seen him do good things around. I have seen him actually listen to people, actually do his job very properly. So, Mr. or Mrs. William Bunny, I don't know where you are in the audience. There's 3 people in the fucking audience. Can you stand up?
You're right.
Ah, yes. Hello. Let's vote for... Oh, you're seen... Why the hell not? Since the NCO things are not in the place. Very well. Voting for William Bunny. I'm gonna say right away. I'm gonna say +1 for this reason, as William Bunny, in my opinion, is reasonable as an NCO choice, even before the application system, and is actually perhaps very good, capable candidate. Not gonna force anyone to go through fucking applications which are not even in place for the time being. Hello, cat woman, cat femboy thingy. Yes, what is it?
I handled the 911. It was a they meant to call the service.
Yes, I'm aware. Hopefully, they're gonna put that pipe up their ass, or you did that for them. Anyway, and well, William Bunny, congratulations. Good, well done. Well, congratulations. Come up the stage, deserving man. To my knowledge, you're gonna become an NCO now, which is a good thing. Someone additional capable NCO. In regards, if you're gonna be trained as an NCO, not today because what time is it? 1 a.m. I have a job. So some other time.
I have a job.
But I will keep a note on that to actually get trained, and so that's even better. But still should be tested. That should be still tested either way. So I'm just saying that so a situation doesn't happen like with Dalton, because if that happens for a second time, that's a bad luck for everyone included. So yeah, congratulations. To my knowledge, you're becoming corporal. Give me just 1 second. Yes. Give me 1 second. Yes, you're a corporal. Gonna be a corporal. Congratulations. An actual capable corporal. At once.
Let's go
Now,
squeeze in here.
yes. Now, I would assume that this is enough of promotees for the time being, unless you have a very, very good recommendation for any... As I said, you can also recommend people for either promotion or demotion of those who are not present here. For anyone who is in the security force, and you have seen them do good things, you could recommend them even when they are not present. Is there anyone who is not present who would like to recommend for a promotion before we move on? Femboy. Very interesting things I see in my chats. I'm gonna assume, unless I'm wrong, that there is nobody else anyone would like to promote, even of those who are not present right now in the audience or behind me. I assume my assumption is correct. Never mind. Yes, what is it, Bunny?
Broke Mesa roleplay. Oh my god, these people.
Nick Strecher. Is he in the audience by any chance?
I don't believe he's here.
No, he's not. Why? Well, give me a second. I'm gonna check who that man is. Ah, yes, a cadet. Very well. Has he done anything
He's an
of
officer. Did they not update the database? They didn't update it. He's already an officer.
Ah, yes, I see. He is supposed to be an officer in the bloody thing, but nobody moved him in the database. Oh, shit. Shit happens. Very well. We're gonna be moved 2 lines. Very well. So, officer to SSO, yes. Give me a second. Question, is he in the Discord, like in the first place? Because I see he's not even tagged in the thing. And we don't even have his Discord, we don't even have anything about him, I think.
I do know his gamer tag, or the thing on Discord is that one German chair, I believe.
Okay, we will see about that. So, We don't
He's
even
a
know
ghost.
his.
No, he's there. He's there. I talked to him before.
username. We don't know his Discord tag. We don't know his time zone. He's not even updating the thing. Well, issues. Yeah.
We should have more people in the database.
should be in the Discord.
Give me a second. Well, I hope so.
The heck? Someone's coming.
The issue with that is, what is the name of his in the Discord?
This is what I type in chat. It is that one German chair.
Oh, it is literally a thing. Okay, why is there a couch?
I
You're not
was
gonna be
just told
sleeping in
by
here.
a domestic terrorist that if I did not bring a couch to the debrief room, that we would all explode. So
What?
just doing my
You
part.
are a fucking
Sounds like a whole
Marine!
bunch of baloney.
Shoot them!
Get that couch out of here.
They said if I shot them, everyone would explode. Okay.
Oh no!
We
Incredible threat.
didn't eat fucking taco pizzas or anything that would make us explode. In any way, shape, or form. We are
Look,
fine.
They just told me to bring this conspicuously couch-shaped bomb into the
What?
Yes, give me a moment.
moment.
Yes, please move. I have a great place for this. I will be right back to continue this fucking debrief.
Oh my god. Oh, you. Oh, I was waiting for that, to be honest.
A kind notice, nobody entered the showers, as well, I mean, nobody entered them to begin with,
Showers.
so we are completely safe and sound.
Oh god.
Thank you, Lieutenant Connie, you're free to go unless you wish to sit here and listen to me speak for another 20 fucking years. No, you don't, got choice, farewell. Unlike you, she has a choice, or it, I don't know what the fuck it is. It's a marine, it's a thing. Anyway, where were we? Yes, Nick Strecker, let me check the Discord.
Okay, there you go, went off. Gooey disable. We have disarmed the couch-shaped bomb. I think one called this episode the couch-shaped bomb because that's the funniest thing that happened today. Oh my god. And I'm the only one in the audience. Nope.
Now, just to note, that was his display name. His actual Discord tag is Zaro, or whatever that fucking is.
Oh.
Yeah, in the database you have Discord tags, which is also another point. If you're gonna change your Discord tag, please notify someone so it can be changed in the database. So we don't send a request for something to a random child who has stolen your old name in Discord.
Fair enough.
Good. So now I will be right back. 1 minute.
Is Blue still here? Okay. Who's this? Don't know about the... I don't know how to answer that question. Oh, like a pager type of scenario? What he's trying to say? Okay.
Alright, now... Research line. What's the... Whatever. Anyway, who recommended Nick Strecker? Stretcher, whatever his name is.
Funny.
William, was it William? Yes. What has Mr. Stretcher do? What did he do? Good service? Good anything? Doing his job at once? Doing perfect job? Being a proper officer? Not killing everyone he sees? Not being racist, man? Very well. I'm gonna be honest, I have not seen Nick Strecker, I think, at all, so I do not know, I cannot say anything. Can anyone else say let's ignore the earthquake. Can anyone
I
say
can-
anything about Nick Stretcher?
I can vouch for him, since I have seen him perform very well.
Well,
Can't say much like more to it, since it's just I'll be repeating what Bunny said.
alright.
But he does perform very well. I see it with my own eyes.
Alright, very well. We're voting for Mr. Nick Strecker. Hopefully, it is actually Mr. German Chair, another random man or child. Because searching for him then is gonna be painful.
It should be him or Zaro.
Hmm.
He just has the nickname of the German Chair.
I can only
Yes,
take
yes.
Dalton Bunny's word for it, because I don't see him much. I like roleplay with other characters, though.
Oh, come on, people, vote for once.
Yeah, I don't quite understand this emergency line thing yet, but we'll figure it out.
Well, anyone else vote for the man, or? Give me a sec.
I'm going to remain neutral on it because I barely know who that person is, honestly.
Alright, very well. In that regard, this man named Nick Strecker, which I hope is the man who everyone said he was, is gonna be promoted to an... A second. An SSO, yes. I think. I will see that later. He's getting promoted either way.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you, man. I know you're in the walls, I assume, or something. Maybe. I don't know. Very well. I would say that that is enough for promotions. It's like 5 people.
What's the difference between these two?
Out of them, 3 being the same as the last debrief, which, I mean, not much of an issue, like, whatever. Now, anyone recommendations for any demotions? Going once, going twice, going 3 times. So nobody wants to recommend anyone for demotion for horrendous conduct, ignoring of everything and anything under the sun, and so on and so on.
Nope.
Not yet.
Very well. I will... Well, that's a good thing. Fantastic. Now, good question is, what comes next? To my knowledge, this is the last thing. Assignments, or assignment of any positions, is pointless. At least for the time being, so...
Haven't done that for like 5 years. Let's
20
be real.
decades.
Or 20
And even then,
decades.
everyone ignored that. Well, either way, to my knowledge, the demotions we did, this was the last part of debrief. Does anyone have any questions in regards to it? Oh, fucking hell.
Whose bottle was that?
No idea. Not mine, to my knowledge. Either way, does anyone want to ask anything or remind me of something or anything of such sort? Yes, Mr. Stauber.
I got a question about the commendation system. How is it gonna be filled? Like, how is it gonna be noted down? Is it gonna be noted down like a word of mouth, or is it gonna be? Is there gonna be a form, just like a reprimand or an infraction?
If you mean how it's gonna be marked, it's gonna be... Most likely I'm just gonna put it in the database, just like next to infraction, but just, you know, make it greenish color. Pretty much
Okay.
infraction, but the
Okay.
positive kind.
Okay, but like, will it be the same thing as like, just like a regular report? That's what I'm trying to get here?
The question is, what do you mean by regular reports, or what do you mean exactly by that?
Is it gonna be like a written report in the Discord chat, like everything else? Or is it gonna be something different?
And so, if I'm understood correctly, you're asking if it's gonna be written like an infraction, like a report in the channel, in the same
That's what
regard.
yeah.
That's a good point. It should be written somewhere. But writing that in a reprimand channel is absolutely idiotic. That's... Well, it will be written somewhere. Most likely gonna be a new channel, and maybe... Most likely should be. Yes, it's gonna be written. It's gonna be written. There's no way it will not be written. If everything else has to be written, it will be written as well. It's gonna be written. That's all I can say. It's gonna be noted in some channel somewhere in the Discord. Not the reprimands channel, because that makes absolutely no sense. Unless somebody thinks of a good way. But that's that.
And if it were set up in that way, then it would be harder to categorize.
I mean, somebody would find a way. Most likely adding the green pluses and the red minuses via the formatting. But that would be annoying for everyone else to do, who is actually going to be able to give commendations, so... it will be looked into, that's all I can say for the time being.
Okay, cool.
Most likely going to be limited as well to NCOs or some higher powers who can give commendations, and for actual conditions of those commendations, what for they can be given. Because otherwise they're going to lose their, not price, their value, if everyone is going to get it for doing their job. So yeah. Very well. Any other questions, anyone? I assume not. Very well. In that regard, I congratulate you for being promoted. Nobody for congratulating everyone that nobody got demoted.
That's getting put in quotes.
What?
Nothing. Never mind.
No idea what's going to be in quotes, but whatever. Congratulations to you four, yes, the classic, yes, congratulations. Hopefully you don't die from a stroke.
I can't flashlight.
I'm gonna go write the report and then
Hey, do you
most
mind?
likely do what where.
As much as I do appreciate the gesture, not directly in the cornea.
Interesting.
I can see why you guys all wear sunglasses indoors now. I didn't realize this thing was that bright. Chest light.
It removes the actual dark part of the sunglasses for Dalton if you do it.
Damn!
Oh, it does!
I'm looking at you here.
Damn!
It's fucking great. It's genuinely that bright. Oh, it does for Tobias, too.
Yes, that's why I have these fucking
That's really
sunglasses.
Tone it down a little bit.
I ain't toning
Anyway.
that shit, and I'm gonna use that against the fucking... If there's a Horizon guy, I'm just gonna... You know the fucking, 10,000 lumen flashlight meme? Give me your money, give me your money!
Wait,
God, no, not the lumen
simple
flashlight.
thing. Give me a second. Just
Fucking-
put 3 flashlights on the fucking thing. Just hello. 3
Oh, well,
flashlights.
no, I have the
on-
chest light, and then I have one on my gun, too, so I could just...
I have 3. You're weak.
Yeah, but I also have the blind one.
Congratulations. Anyway, to finish this up, because we have spent an hour and a half about speaking, mainly me speaking about mental illness. Anyway,
Shut
all
up.
of you. Who is Vanessa? I don't care. Anyway, all of you, congratulations. I'm gonna go write the report. The database is gonna be updated in the incoming days because, for me, it's midnight. And if I don't write the thing database, most likely everyone else is gonna forget about it. And most mainly David. So yes, very well. Congratulations. You're free to go, all of you. You are.
Do we have to
Oh.
send you the reason why? Or...
Right. It's here. this like right here for now. Congrats, guys.
Hey, Keen. Hey,
Thank you, kid.
Yep.
Grab that though.
Yeah.
So is that all the gun metal?
Yep. All
All
the gunmen. I have to give this to like a scientist. I think they'll find a use for this.
Actually, you don't mind if I like take it, right?
Why?
Special little project.
I guess, but like I'm trying to just give this to, like a scientist. I was gonna ask Blue, because Blue may have a use for this for his like robotics.
No.
Sorry.
I feel like gunmetal wouldn't be exactly efficient for robotics. They'll need some sort of higher grade stuff.
I guess
But
you're
for
right.
me, I can like use it for my. I think scrap metal in general is perfect for my little project. All
Yeah.
things considered.
Well, I'm not a use for it, so
You could probably
you go
find more crates around
But I mean, hey, it's under your jurisdiction. You are the holder of the scrap, in anyways.
yeah, thanks. Well, if you want to take some or take all of it, you can. You move the cart a bit too. You have to kind of push it against the wall too much. So yeah, you can go ahead and do that.
Barkin. Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know how you did that.
I don't know either. Okay. Okay, there you go. There you go.
Thank you. All right, have fun with that.
Thank you, Keen.
No problem.
God damn it.
Another day.
Another day, another dollar.
Oh, that's settled. Well, there goes that. Everything I was planning for now. Alright, well, we'll see what, There we go, that's good. What the fuck don't I'm gonna kill myself? Oh my god. Alright, let's see. Alright. Let's see. Do here. Oh my gosh, oh my god.
Hey, Keen. Sorry to bother you, but I need to load the scrap metal in the truck right now.
Sure. Yeah,
So,
so you
if
help
you
with
don't
that?
mind.
Let's see.
Hold on, let me see if it's parked out front.
Alright.
Hydro plant now operating at 60%.
Is it there? No, yeah, it is. Okay. Let's see. Alright. Gotta be very careful with this. This thing could be very deadly. There we go.
Gotta be careful with the scrap.
Ah, I know. It's full. All the gunmetal in here. God, it's pretty heavy.
Watch for the stairs.
Yep. Oh.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, I didn't see that pole.
God damn.
Hey, Mars, how are you? There you go.
Okay. Oh,
Perfect.
now it's time to load it up.
Yep, go ahead. If you want to.
Oop.
Yeah, perfect.
Once again, thank you, Larry.
No problem.
This is gonna be put to great use.
Oh. Don't up. I hope it is. Alright, you guys have a good one. Let's see. What are you guys gonna
You
what
too.
are you guys gonna do with it actually?
You want to see?
Sure. I don't have much time either way. I gotta
You'll have to hop in the back. There's only like 2 seats.
Alright.
So like, sit down on your gunmetal.
There you go. There we go. Okay.
You comfortable?
Okay.
You comfortable back there?
Seems pretty good, yeah.
All right.
Hey, King's me, Clark from Black Mesa. So I had to put on the show for the cameras. Hello, Mars. How are you, man? This is actually really. Oh God, it's raining.
God, why is it
Jesus!
raining out here?
Oh my God.
The weather forecast said it was just gonna be sunny all week.
Well, meteorologists lie. Oh.
Uh,
Wow.
and they do. Yeah, little pet project of mine.
This is
Welcome
pet?
to Burning Construction Site number 2.
what was number
Actually,
one?
no, that'd be number 3. The first and second one got wiped off in the hydro dam facility, but yeah, she's a beaut. Oh yeah, we'll probably set up like a forge somewhere in the site so that we'll be able to smelt it down into support beams.
Yeah.
That'll be great.
Here.
God knows we'll need them. We'll probably have to put in like another couple of floors on that sucker right there.
Oh yeah, I see. How big is this going to be?
Planning on making another skyscraper, mainly for the office.
Alright.
Mainly for like an office complex, outside. But generally, it's just gonna be for the convenience of the dormitories. For those
Oh.
like work from home type of fellows, so that they don't have to go really far. Even though there was like literally an elevator right
Yeah.
outside the dorms. But yeah, planning on doing that. Thank God that they even approved it as well. I mean,
I'm glad.
I
Well,
thought it would take like at least years, but apparently it only took a couple of days.
oh wow. Did you get any rest? Actually, because that's a lot. It's a lot over for 2 days.
Oh no, it took a couple of days to approve the project.
Oh,
It took a
okay.
couple of weeks to get to where we are right now.
Very nice. Is there
Yeah.
any more to this tour?
I mean, probably not. I bet there's everything else is just kind of like construction site equipment. If you like looking at that, you can
I
take
do.
a look.
I do like the stuff built in progress
Okay.
because, like, you got a point of reference when you see it completed. Hey, Booger, congrats too.
Yeah, that'd be the Dr. Blue situation. I don't. He dropped off a like a shipment of grapple guns for the entire like squadron over here.
Oh,
Like, Okay, I guess we'll have to unload that metal real quick.
There you go.
Park it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'll just leave it in the corner. Okay. But yeah, it's coming along pretty nice, I gotta say.
Oh yeah, indeed, yeah.
Damp tiles, though, honestly. I mean, honestly, you'd be kind of surprised at how easy it is to just start a construction gig. The administration just lets you.
I mean,
And I mean, honestly, thank God for that.
and they see the benefit because another space to work at. It's pretty good. I mentioned they see they have no problem approving it.
It's definitely more like a concern on who is applying for the construction gig. I mean, me personally, I have undocumented experience in construction work, but like that has been taken away in a legal dispute.
Oh. Well, I trust your experience, legal or not. However that means.
Well, I get the gesture.
Where did Booker?
Alright.
Not Booker. Where did Bunny go?
I'm not sure.
He was with us.
Well, I'm sure you didn't go far.
Yeah. Holy crap! Yeah, that's amazing. So we work here.
Alright, you want me to drop you off back at the facility?
Yeah, sure. You
So
don't
you can
mind.
do your regular duties. Alright, let's go.
Well, I was gonna get off duty actually because it's that debrief took longer than expected. Oh, there's
yeah,
Bunny.
Actually.
Yeah.
I thought you were like gone. Like, Jesus.
Oh no! I was roughly me going. No, I'm gonna go off duty still. Like, I'm actually gonna log off. But yeah.
Yeah, understandable. Just like quickly hop in and out for the debrief. I understand.
Yeah, it's gonna be for 2 hours of max.
I thought that that this debrief would go a little bit quicker, but like
Me too.
David being
I think
late for it is interesting.
Yeah. Tobias. He's a yapper, so he just. I think that's why it took so long.
He loves to just make up like a word soup and make it sound real nice.
It's amazing. Okay. You guys have a good one. I love it. Yeah, I know.
You too, Cade.
See you guys.
Safe.
You too. Alright, let's go. Okay. Now I'm gonna do this.
Access.
Do 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 do.
Sector C, science, personnel report to anomalous material test laboratory. Access granted.
Okay. Let's see. Roleplay goes on. Okay. So how's the wife? Larry doesn't have a wife. Larry is single. Yes, but how are you doing, Mars? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so, since this, yeah, I got 20 minutes left, so I'm gonna get off while I can before I get pulled into something. What the fuck is this? And you're watching me too! It's great. Alright. Time to go. Yeah, this is going to be a short one either way. Okay. That's opens the office. Yeah, I figure. Yeah, I noticed it earlier. Alright. And, well, that's it. Alright. Well, that was a little fun stream of just straight up a debrief. But, I did hope it happened. And, helping Bernie and his thing was great. Alright, let's see who we can say hi to. Who's live at this time of hour that we can say hi to and get ready. Alright. We'll read that tab order. Alright. Thank you guys so much for coming by. I appreciate you all so much. And, yeah. See you guys later. Tomorrow is, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to stream tomorrow. Maybe I will, depending on how things go. Something important's going to happen tomorrow. And I hope it'll go well. Tuesday, Overwatch. Like always. Wednesday, Lego Star with the Corn. And probably something else earlier in the day. Thursday, it's going to be, Rivals. That's confirmed. And Friday Rivals as well. And then Saturday is going to be, I think Icarus. We'll see that too. Alright. Thank you all for coming by. I'll see you guys later. Good night. Have a good day. Good afternoon, good night, good day. Wherever you guys are. You guys have a great one.